What's up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome back to the channel, your go-to source for all things Dallas Cowboys. As always, our team is pushing to get better every single day, and we're here to bring you the latest news and updates. Now, before we jump into today's hot topic, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future updates. All right, let's dive in. Big news coming out of Dallas this weekend. The Cowboys have placed wide receiver Brandon Cooks on injured reserve, according to ESPN's Adam Schefter. This means we're going to be without one of our key offensive weapons for at least the next 4 games. Cooks is dealing with a knee injury that has been nagging him for a while now, and this couldn't have come at a worse time for the Cowboys. We've got a tough stretch of games ahead, with matchups against the Steelers, Lions, 49ers, and Falcons, 4 teams with winning records. Losing Cooks is a huge blow to our receiving core, especially given that our offense has already been struggling to find consistency this season. Let's not forget that Cooks, even with a slow start in 2024, was a critical piece of our attack last year, racking up 657 yards and 8 touchdowns. Losing Cooks means we're down to our star wideout CeeDee Lamb, who's been playing lights-out football so far, and Jake Ferguson, who's stepped up at tight end. But beyond them, things are looking thin. Dak Prescott is going to need more help, and right now, we're not sure who's going to step up in Cook's absence. The depth chart just got a whole lot more important. This raises the question, will the Cowboys finally make a big move? With the trade deadline coming up, and with Cooks on the shelf for a while, the name everyone is talking about is Davante Adams. Let's address the elephant in the room. Speculation has been swirling about whether or not the Cowboys should go after Las Vegas Raiders star wide receiver Davante Adams. On Tuesday, Adams officially requested a trade, and Dallas is supposedly on his list of preferred teams. Can you imagine Dak Prescott throwing bombs to Adams alongside CeeDee Lamb? That's the kind of firepower that could take this offense to the next level. But hold up. Stephen Jones, the Cowboys' senior vice president and son of Jerry Jones, pump the brakes on those rumors real quick. On a radio interview with San Antonio's sports star, he called a trade for Adams a long shot, mainly because of the financial implications. Adams is a number 1 receiver, and Dallas just made Lamb their top guy with a massive contract extension in August. Stephen Jones basically said, "Look, we already have our number 1 guy, and adding another one would be too expensive. Still, isn't this the year we're supposed to be all in?" Jerry Jones said as much before the season. If Dallas is serious about making a deep playoff run, and possibly even contending for a Super Bowl, you'd think they'd consider all options, especially after losing a key player like Cooks. With Cooks out for a critical stretch of games, Dallas could easily fall behind in the NFC race. Pittsburgh is 3-1. Detroit is looking strong at 3-1, and even the 49ers, despite their slow start, are a dangerous team. Going 0-4 during this stretch is a real possibility, and that could bury our playoff hopes early. So, should Jerry and Stephen Jones make a move to get Adams? If you're asking me, Cowboys Nation, I'd say it's time to pull the trigger. Yes, Adams is expensive. Yes, we already have CeeDee Lamb, but great teams go above and beyond to make sure they have the weapons they need. We can't let this season slip away without a fight. Davante Adams would give us the kind of elite playmaker we need to stay competitive during this brutal stretch of games. And let's face it, our offense has been inconsistent this year. The running game hasn't been what we hoped it would be, and Dak Prescott could use all the help he can get. Adding Adams would not only fill the gap left by Cooks, but it would also make our offense nearly unstoppable. Imagine trying to defend against Lamb and Adams. Good luck with that. But here's the thing, Cowboys fans. I'm not holding my breath for a trade. Despite what Jerry Jones said about going all in, this front office has been notoriously conservative in recent years. Instead of making big moves in free agency or trades, they relied on cheaper signings and the NFL draft. We saw that with the decision to bring back Ezekiel Elliott and rely on the draft instead of splashing the cash. That strategy has left us with a 2-2 record and a lot of question marks. Our defense has been inconsistent. Our running game has been non-existent. And now we've lost one of our top receivers. The front office's lack of aggression has been frustrating to watch. And according to a recent SB Nation poll, only 11% of Cowboys fans believe the team is heading in the right direction. That's a shockingly low number for a team as historic and beloved as the Cowboys. But you know what? It's not all that surprising. Fans are tired of hearing the same promises from Jerry Jones. We all love Jerry, but at the end of the day, this is about winning football games. The Cowboys are one of the most profitable franchises in the world, but it feels like the front office is treating us like we're a small market team. We need to stop pinching pennies and start acting like a team that's serious about winning a championship. Now, let's get into the big question on everyone's mind. Can the Cowboys' offensive line survive the wrath of TJ Watt? This Sunday, our Dallas Cowboys are up against one of the fiercest defenders in the NFL, TJ Watt. If you've been following football, you already know Watt isn't just any defender. He might be the best player in the entire league right now. And if you're part of Cowboys Nation, you know that our offensive line has had its ups and downs, which makes this upcoming matchup critical. Watt is coming off another monster season where he totaled 19 sacks, nearly single-handedly dragging the Pittsburgh Steelers into the playoffs. This year, he's already racked up 3 sacks in just 4 games, bringing his career total to 99.5 sacks. That's right. He's only half a sack away from 100, and you know he's going to be gunning for that milestone on Sunday against our Cowboys. Here's the deal. While we managed to slow down Myles Garrett in Week 1, we didn't exactly stop him. And the Steelers are a completely different beast. Sure, Garrett is a nightmare on his own, but Pittsburgh has a more well-rounded defense. You can't just game plan for TJ Watt because guys like Cameron Hayward are also in the mix, ready to create havoc. That means this game isn't just about containing Watt. It's about trying to slow down an entire unit that thrives on pressuring the quarterback. Dallas will need to be sharp from the get-go, setting the tone early on both sides of the ball. A controlled, methodical approach on offense will be key to avoiding situations where our offensive line, particularly Terrence Steele, gets exposed to one of the greatest pass rushers of all time. Now, here's something interesting for you all. Terrence Steele actually faced off against TJ Watt during his rookie year, and believe it or not, he held Watt to just half a sack that game. For a rookie to do that is no small feat, and it gives us a glimmer of hope heading into this matchup. But here's the catch. Steele hasn't been the same player recently. He's regressed since that impressive rookie season, and the truth is, what happened 4 years ago doesn't really tell us how things are going to go down on Sunday. What is more dangerous than ever, and Steele's recent struggles are concerning. If he doesn't step up his game, what will be living in our backfield, causing all sorts of problems for Dak Prescott. If the Cowboys want to keep Dak upright and avoid turning the ball over, they're going to need to do a few key things. Quick passes. We can't give Watt time to get into the backfield. Expect to see a lot of quick passes, screens, and short routes to get the ball out of Dak's hands as fast as possible. Run the ball effectively. We've struggled in the run game this season, but now is the time to turn that around. A strong running game keeps Watt on his heels and prevents him from pinning his ears back to rush the passer. Guys like Tony Pollard need to step up, and our offensive line needs to create those holes. Tight end help. Whether it's Jake Ferguson or Luke Schoonmaker, we're going to need our tight ends to chip block and provide extra help on the edges to slow down Watt and Hayward. Double teams. Let's face it, Steele is going to need some help. Expect to see a lot of double teams on Watt, with either a running back or tight end helping to keep him at bay. This will be crucial in preventing him from wrecking the game. Smart play calling by McCarthy. Coach Mike McCarthy will need to be creative in his play calling. Keeping the defense off balance with a mix of runs, short passes, and play action will be key to minimizing Watt's impact. This isn't just another regular season game. The Cowboys are sitting at 2-2, and we're about to enter a brutal stretch of games. The Steelers are a tough opponent, but after them, we face the Detroit Lions, San Francisco 49ers, and Atlanta Falcons, all teams with winning records. Losing to Pittsburgh would put us in a tough spot heading into those matchups. More importantly, Our offense hasn't been firing on all cylinders, and losing this game could set the tone for a rough few weeks ahead. Watt knows that, and he's going to be extra motivated to reach that 100-sack milestone against us. So, what's next? Will Jerry Jones shock us all and make a move for Davante Adams? Or will we continue to watch as other teams make big plays while we sit back and hope our draft picks turn into stars? Cowboys Nation, I want to know what you think. Should the Cowboys trade for Davante Adams? Or do you think we have enough firepower to survive without him, even with Cooks on IR? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on our Cowboys. We're in for a wild ride over the next few weeks, so stay tuned for more exclusive content. All right, Cowboys Nation, thanks for tuning in. Until next time, stay strong, stay hopeful, and as always, go Cowboys.